The Grammy Awards are one of the biggest award shows out there. Every year, fans and artists alike look forward to the awards to see if their hard work paid off and to reward them for their musical talent, but the award show can also be subject to some wild times. Let's count down a few of these in our video of the top 10 biggest award show scandals. At number 10, Wu-Tang Clan interruption. Remember the time when Kanye West interrupted Taylor Swift at the VMAs? Well, this isn't it, but it's a pretty similar encounter. At the 1998 Grammy Awards, the Song of the Year went to artist Sean Colvin for their song Sunny Came Home. Well, as she was going to accept her award and make a speech, she was interrupted by ODB, a member of the Wu-Tang Clan. Wu-Tang wasn't even nominated for the award, so why did this interruption happen? Well, it was because they had just lost one of the categories from earlier in the night, and ODB had to speak his mind about it at just the most inconvenient moment. Sean was about to make her speech when ODB hopped on stage and took the microphone and started lamenting about how he just bought a new outfit for the awards because they thought they were going to win, but instead they were snubbed, going on to say, quote, "Wu-Tang is for the children, we teach the children. Puffy is good, but Wu-Tang is the best," end quote. ODB was rushed off stage so Sean could take her place in the spotlight, but it still went down in Grammy's history as an awkward encounter. At number 9, Chris Brown and Rihanna. There was a time when Chris Brown and Rihanna were the music industry's biggest couple. These two were always newsworthy and beloved by many, so when the world got a glimpse into their imperfect relationship, it broke the news. The two were seen together at the coveted Clive Davis pre-party, but that was the last time their perfect couple image would be intact. News broke the next day, the day of the Grammys, about Chris's brutal assault on his girlfriend. Obviously, they didn't attend the award show, and news of this violent incident completely overshadowed the Grammys event itself. This led into lawsuits and more media coverage, so if you can't recall what happened at the Grammy Awards that year, don't feel bad because the world wasn't all too concerned about the awards because it was all about the industry's it couple and the scandal unfolding before them. Before I continue, I just want to take a moment to ask you guys to please leave a like on the video if you're enjoying it so far because it really helps us out. At number 8, Taylor Swift and Stevie Nicks. Back during the 2010 Grammy Awards, Taylor Swift took home a number of awards, but her accomplishments were not what was making headlines that year. Instead, it was her off-key performance of the song Rhiannon with musical legend Stevie Nicks that had people cringing. Taylor faced a lot of backlash for her performance because a lot of Fleetwood Mac fans said that she butchered the famed song. Publications like the New York Times and the Washington Post really dug into Taylor's performance from that night, saying things like, quote, "Swift gave a strikingly bad vocal performance at the Staples Center on Sunday, sounding tinny and rhythmically flat-footed as she shared the microphone with the distinctive Stevie Nicks," end quote. A night in the charmed life of Taylor Swift, give an incredibly wretched vocal performance, go on to win the biggest Grammy of 2010. Anyway, Taylor's label went on to defend the singer's talent, saying that she still had her strengths and that people are just jealous of her, going on to say that though it may not have been the best night for her vocally, it was still good for her other accomplishments. If you guys heard Taylor's performance with Stevie, let me know your thoughts on it and if you really think it was that bad. At number 7, Macklemore and Kendrick Lamar. In 2014, Kendrick Lamar was set to have a great run at the Grammys after a breakout year. Everyone was sure that he would win a few of his categories and take home a few gold trophies. Kendrick went home without one award, but his competitors Macklemore and Ryan Lewis went home with awards for Best Rap Album and Best New Artist. A lot of fans thought that Kendrick was totally snubbed and backlash ensued, and a lot of it was thrown at Macklemore and the Grammys. It was quite the scandal because of the uprising there was from Kendrick's fans. Feeling badly for the way things went at the award show, Macklemore took it upon himself to actually text Kendrick to tell him that he too believed that Kendrick was more deserving of the awards, saying that he was robbed and saying, quote, "I wanted you to win, you should have. It's weird and it sucks that I robbed you. I was gonna say that during the speech, but then the music started playing and I froze. Anyway, you know what it is. Congrats on this year and your music. Appreciate you as an artist and as a friend. Much love," end quote. It's nice that Macklemore tried apologizing, but he still had a lot of heat to deflect from angry fans in the meantime. At number 6, Bob Dylan. At the 1998 Grammys, yes, the same one with ODB's fiasco, another weird thing happened that broke the news that evening. During a performance by Bob Dylan where he was performing his song Lovesick, a man stormed the stage while half naked with the words "soy bomb" painted across his chest. Throughout the performance, the man was dancing, flailing, and jumping around the stage. While Bob Dylan didn't pay too much attention to the soy bomber, everyone else surely did. When asked about what he did, the soy boy, whose real name is Michael Portnoy, Lyrics said that his actions were a quote, act of pure revolution. The soy bomb message was apparently about quote, commercialism's intrusion into the world of art, as Michael said that all art should be a soy bomb. Although originally he told sources that he was paid by the Grammys to be a dancer in the background, it was later discovered that he paid $200 to get into the ceremony to pull this stunt. I'm not quite sure what soy bomb really means, but this happened before I was even conceived, so I don't really think it matters to me now. At number 5, Whitney Houston. The sudden and tragic death of singer Whitney Houston shook the world and added an unexpected and somber note to the 2012 Grammy Awards show. The beloved singer died in her hotel room just before the Clive Davis party the night before the awards show where she was set to appear, so when the news of her passing broke, the party and the award show turned somber. The party which she was supposed to attend changed and turned into a wake or celebration of life, and the following award show saw people scrambling to include tributes to the fallen star. The ceremony opened with host LL Cool J and a tribute monologue to Whitney where he said, quote, "We were up all night and we just wanted to figure out and show Whitney Houston the love, the appreciation, the respect she deserves based on her as a human being and the career that she had, and give her the love and make sure that people know we care," end quote. There was a scandal because it was so shocking and unexpected and sent mourners into a frenzy trying to give her a legend's farewell. At number 4, Eminem backlash. In 2001, Eminem was facing a lot of backlash from the LGBT community because of offensive lyrics featured in his album The Marshall Mathers LP. When it was announced that he would be performing at that year's Grammy Awards, the Gay and Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation announced that they would protest the event. The organization's executive director said in response to the show and the artist that, quote, "Eminem's hate-filled lyrics have not only brought so many people together in opposition, they've also raised the issue of corporate responsibility for marketing this kind of product," end quote. The group also went on to say that they would protest the event whether or not the rapper was performing because they were against the promotion of his lyrics and the praise they've gotten in the media and by the Grammys. In response to the backlash they were getting, the Grammys set up a performance of Eminem's song Stan, where he would perform alongside Elton John to sort of win the community over. After their performance, they hugged it out and Eminem flipped the audience the bird. At number 3, Outkast. At the 2004 Grammy Awards show, Outkast won the award for Album of the Year, and so as they closed out the show, the duo performed their hit song Hey Ya. Well, it seems as though since they were having such a good run, they ought to mess it up a bit. I'm kidding, but not really. When coming out, Andre brought with him a Native American themed performance complete with costumes, and this offended a lot of people. Outkast performed with a backdrop of a quote, futuristic teepee, as well as wearing headdresses and including dancers wearing provocative clothing and feathers. Members of various Native American groups said, quote, performances like Outkast during Sunday's Grammy performance undermine the entertainment industry's dedication to diversity and use of racial stereotypes in a hurtful way, and many called them out for cultural appropriation. CBS later ended up apologizing on behalf of the musical duo. At number 2, Milli Vanilli. A scandal from 1990 saw the first case of an artist being stripped of their Grammy title after it was discovered that pop duo Milli Vanilli never actually sang their songs. The pair won the award for Best New Artist for their song Girl You Know It's True, but later had the title and award taken away after people found out that the only parts they played in the creation of their album was being on the album cover and lip syncing. It turns out that their songs were actually recorded by professional singers and that they only pretended to sing the songs in their music videos and on stage. The only reason they were caught is because while they were performing their song live on MTV, the track started skipping and people realized that they weren't even singing. On the bright side, Twitter wasn't around to cancel them yet, so it could have been worse, I guess. At number 1, Will Smith boycott. In 1989, Will Smith and DJ Jazzy Jeff boycotted the Grammy Awards after finding out that the award for Best Rap Performance wouldn't be televised. This category was newly added, so they didn't think it was fair to not broadcast the representation for the rap community. Will went on to tell sources that he didn't have a problem with the Grammys as a whole, but he just didn't agree with the fact that all the other categories in the show would be broadcast except for this one. The pair did not attend the award show that year, and they still ended up winning the award for Best Rap Performance for their song, Parents Just Don't Understand. I guess the press coverage that they got for their boycott was better than any coverage they would have gotten had their category been broadcast. So I guess that in a way their strategy worked. I want to know what your favorite musical artist is down in the comments and what your favorite song is by them. Personally, I don't have a favorite because I like so many different types of music and I kind of go through phases, but I'd love to know what yours are. In the meantime, let's do some comment shoutouts from our video We Need to Talk About 2020. Zoe Williams says, 2020 feels like 10 years and a month at the same time. I understand that completely and I don't know how to explain how I do. Samantha Stussel says, I love how you talked about 2020 as an intervention. That's what we need for 2020. Yeah, we gotta sit this girl down and tell her what's what so that she doesn't repeat it in the future. Ciara Marla Art says, I hope the fires in Australia don't get that extreme this year/2021. We are in our fire season again and have many blazes right now like normal, just hoping it doesn't get out of hand. Sending you all the good vibes. We do not need a repeat of what happened earlier this year. RJane17 says, I loved your reporting, Bree. You're perfection at this job, girl. Thank you so much. That really means a lot. I don't normally shout out comments complimenting me because I feel like a narcissist, but I needed this one today. Thank you. Reina Kuzo says, we do need to talk about 2020. I just wish we weren't still in it when we have the conversation. Yeah, hopefully I didn't piss off 2020 by talking about it, but like, she needed to know. Thanks for all your comments and for sticking around to the end of the video. I've been your host, Bree Room, and until next time, have a safe and happy holiday, and I'll see you next time. TTFM, my dudes.